The Tower of Babel. The biblical Tower of Babel has been taken literally as a structure of stone or brick. From some old writings, I am brought to believe that it's truly a symbolical term, that confusion of tongues is the crux of legend. This legend was not written during the life of Mu. It came many, many years later, when ancient history was being recorded again, and mankind was once more widely populated the earth. It was therefore a product of the new civilization. Extravagances in theology and technology in various temples, colleges, and schools were the cause of this confusion of tongues, and the whole structure of religion and science was a tower. Each temple had its own words and terms for its theology. Each college and school had its own particular words and terms for its technical teachings, so that no temple or college could understand the teachings of another. All in fact spoke different languages, no one understanding another. This made a tower of confusion, a Babel of tongues, so that the name given to the condition was the only one which would adequately describe it. Today, we are running headlong into another such storm, another such confusion of tongues. We have over 100 sects of Christianity, yet there is only one God. Each sect declares that all others are in error. They cannot comprehend each other's language. In Mu there were no sects, no theology. All teachings were wording so simple that even the most uncultivated mind could comprehend them. Mu's religious teachings lasted 200,000 years. When the present Tower of Babel comes crashing to the ground, a new structure will arise in its ruins, and that structure will be the simple religion of Mu. In the writings of the Earth's first great civilization, it is distinctly shown that the ancients considered religion and science as necessary, one to the other. This is shown by their using the same symbols for both religion and science. These symbols in the early days were all geometric figures. Pythagoras, on his return to Athens from Egypt, taught his pupils to honor numbers and geometrical designs with the name of God. Whence did these ancients get their geometrical designs of figures? And what induced them to use identically the same figures to teach both religion and science? On close examination, we find comparison that I find most of the geometric figures used may be found in the shapes and details of flowers, leaves, etc., as the following examples show. Figure 1, the daisy, a circle symbolizing the sun and his rays. Figure 2, a syringa, a square symbolizing the sacred four. Figure 3, the lily, a triangle and cross triangles. Figure 4, the moonflower, a triangle surmounting a square. Figure 4 appears to me irrefutable that the ancients borrowed their patterns of geometric figures from the flowers, etc. These were nature's creations. Being nature's creations, the ancients did not theorize but followed along the lines they laid down by the Creator. They accepted the divine examples and laws to follow. In nature, the ancient found the highest and finishing school for learning, which calls back a memory of the steps of an old Hindu temple at Lahore, where the great master said, referring to some wandering jungle minstrels who were playing at the foot of the steps, men called them prodigies. There are no prodigies. All things result from natural laws. The Egyptians in their early days excelled in music. They constructed their instruments to copy the voices of nature. The old Rishi's parting words, "Go forth into the world, my son, and learn that which is written by nature." Papyrus Ani, dated 1320 BC. Behold, is it not written in this roll? Read ye, if you come in the days unborn, if the gods have given you the skill. The books, from which the ancients learned their lessons, are here with us today, at our disposal. Will we learn to read them? Have the gods given us the skill? I shall answer, we have the power to attain the skill. It rests with ourselves to do so. I think the foregoing is sufficient to show that the first great civilization attained its knowledge of religion, arts, sciences, not by fostering grotesque ideals, mythical theories, theological mirages, and mysterious technology, but by studying, copying, and applying nature's object lessons that lay before it, and lessons which lie before us today in nature's school, of which the Infinite One is the headmaster. Nature was created and built upon fundamental laws. These divine laws have been and are being fully expressed in created objects, all of which have been consistently followed throughout time. They cannot be improved upon by man because they are divine. Being divine, they are perfect. To represent religious and philosophical ideas and conceptions, even of the most abstract order, the ancients employed basic geometric forms as symbols. That they borrowed their knowledge of these geometric forms from natural objects, flowers, leaves, and so forth, almost goes without saying. The 4 drawings of the flowers by Viola de Grucci, which were shown at the beginning of this chapter, illustrate strikingly the manner in which the symbols of these ancients occur in nature. During the past 20 to 30 years, numerous scholars and naturalists have delved deeply into the study of nature's geometry, and with the aid of the light cast by their researchers, we are being able to obtain a more just appreciation of the knowledge of the ancients, to the extent which they made practical application of the knowledge in their works in art and science. A.H. Church, on the relation of phyllotaxis to mechanical laws, T.A. Cook, The Curves of Life, and Darcy W. Thompson, on growth and form, are but 3 of the many who have this century contributed to the rapid development of morphology into an advanced science. And one of the most amazing and valuable results of their researchers have been the discovery that the natural laws they reveal were not only understood by the ancients, but applied to an extent unheard of in the civilization of ours, which we too readily accept as the most advanced that has ever graced the earth. Floral symbols were frequently used by the ancients. Many of these floral symbolizations became myths, simply because the later date of the new civilization did not comprehend the symbols of the ancients. Something had been forgotten, or something was purposely changed for priestly purposes. As an example and applicable to this work, I will quote from The Human Side of Plants by Royal Dixon. From the earliest history down to the present day, there have been races and individuals who believe implicitly in the spirituality of plants. Spirituality is a condition of responsiveness to and membership in the universal spirit of the Creator, the infinite substance, God. The old Greeks and Romans gave trees and plants the spirits of gods and men, and many more in modern times have lavishly bestowed souls on plants, as did Adamson, Bonnet, Hedwig, and Edward Smith, with Martin and Frankner in Germany defending these views and being very liberal in their supply of souls to plants. Surely there is a suggestion of some existent truth which should cause this universal interest and investigate the possibility of plant spirituality. In commenting on the foregoing paragraph, I shall say that there is not only a suggestion, but an actual truth, which is shown in the ancient writings, known and understood by the priesthoods 5,000 years ago, and probably only 1/2 at that time. Originally, nearly all of the prominent attributes of the deity had several symbols, or perhaps it would be better to say there was more than one symbol. A principal symbol for each was either a flower or a tree. Flowers were given the preference for symbolizing the divine forces, and trees for land and countries. Flowers were very popular to symbolize each of the 4 great primary forces. They were also called the gods, being the command, the desire, or the will of the Creator. On a few occasions I have found them called his executive children. These forces have prominent geometric symbols. Take the geometric symbol and place it on the floral symbol of the gods, and it will be seen that the geometrical symbol is on the lines of the sacred flower. There can be no perfect religion without science, for science unfolds nature, and nature is the mouthpiece which unfolds the Creator, and gives the proof of God. Confucius, 556 BC, says, "Does God speak? The 4 seasons hold their course, and all things continue to live and grow. Yet, tell me, does God speak?" Were I called upon to deliver a sermon, my text would be love, the great divine love which rules the universe. There would be no hell with its fire or brimstone, for God never made a hell. It's only man's invention, and only hell is what man has made for himself. A soul released finds nothing to affright, save visions false of terror bred by creeds, and deep remorse that gnaws at evil deeds. Love is eternal, hell never existed. With the great divine love implanted in the hearts of men, all would be good, a great brotherhood of love.